Hey guys, I'm SDN Wolf. Welcome back to the channel. I thought we could just jump in and do like a little, like a little casual Rhino video. If you've not caught up with Suyana in a while, with the live streams particularly, and the Africa Pack overview video, yes, Suyana has rhinos now, and I have slowly kind of got in and toiled away at their exhibit. If you remember, if I zoom out here, the keen-eyed Suyana connoisseurs will remember that this was the old gharial habitat, and I decided to switch things up. I just didn't really remember for one, like 6 or 7 months ago, the gharials I let them get completely out of control. I left the game. I think what the problem was, I left the game running overnight. Like back whenever Suyana first started and we were to this point. And that was before I had breeding turned off. And when we come back the next morning, this was like a Friday night, and I come back on Saturday morning, and I kid you not, there were like 68 gharial babies in here. Well, not just baby. There was probably 60 babies. There was probably 17 or 20 just like regular full-grown adult gharials. And as a matter of fact, they are still stuck in my trade depot. Luckily they've bumped the capacity up to 200 because I am overrun with gharials, and most of them are the type where I can't get rid of them now. Like, you can't release them to the wild or sell them for quick cash. So I don't know really what I'm going to have to do. One of the suggestions I had gotten was to turn the aging. Now, of course, all the other animals will die, but they said put them all in a big pen, turn the aging on, and you'll just have to let them die naturally like that, which is kind of terrible. But I think that may be my only option if I don't want like 40 or 50 of them clogging up the the trade my trade depot. So, anyways, this is what we've turned our old gharial pad into. It now houses the Southern White Rhinos, and I'm really kind of jumping in and trying to, foliage this up and rock it up, make the little area look a little better. And it's kind of like some people were saying during the stream. This is about as far from realistic as you could get for Southern White Rhino, like a Southern White Rhino habitat. But remember, if we're looking at this in the vein of just in the vein of fantasy and what Suyana is, nothing here is really cohesive to what a real zoo would do or how they would house their animals. So if you just cut me a little bit of fantasy slack, we're just trying to just make it look as cool as we can. Like, not even really, I don't even really play with the welfare or anything turned on. It's just I am a full-on sandbox, just regular, don't worry about that stuff, make it look as cool as it can player. So, but yeah, I figured we'd just kind of keep this chill and jump in and get a little bit of foliage work done here. And because the thing about this habitat is it looks cool, but there were a lot of barren spots, like a lot of just nothing there. And of course, I'll grant it to you that the rhinos would have all this stomped down. Yeah, this would be just probably a big brown patch if they've spent any amount of time in here. But like I said, we're going the hyper fantasy route, so we'll just pretend that they don't waller around and destroy and eat all these little grasses. And as a matter of fact, the little grass pieces you see, most of them are from the Africa Pack. And if you haven't caught one of these videos lately, as a matter of fact, let me just show you what I'm talking about. This, whoops, not aquatic. This is basically what you're going with your Africa Pack. So we've got the African oil palm, really, really cool tree. One could probably even stand to be. Probably even. Well, let's get the middle one here. There we go. See, those little pops just help it keep like the Suyana jungle feel, Then of course you've got the down palm. Really, really cool. I've got these scattered out all through Suyana now. Really awesome. And then you've got the massive tall version. Really cool with kind of like the dead limb undergrowth there. Then you've got the dragon's blood tree. Any tree that has the name dragon in it is awesome in my book. Then this dren grass. This is what I've been using heavily here with the little rhinos. And it just gives it a very, very cool undergrowth type of look. And I've even started kind of hiding the edges of their mud bath. Just kind of like, you know, they could just kind of stumble upon this little mud area. And then of course with this we kind of go into the realm of like safety for the animals, but you know, like makeshift safety, just visually, like, you know, keeping them back from the edge of the path and stuff like that, which we know isn't realistic, but visually to us, I think it's cool that we've got this retaining wall, but you also have like the wood pillars right here to kind of coax them back from trying to get too close to the edge of the retaining wall. I just think that's cool. And then they have their little creek. We did this creek on stream, which we'll do a little more adding to. I think we'll, you know, it would be cool to go ahead and add some reeds to this. I think some reeds down here at the edge would look cool. Maybe not even the cattails, but maybe just these common reeds. Just kind of something down here at the edge of the water to dress up this rock work a little bit. And there, see? Just a little bit of foliage around the rock work really can make that rock, kind of like that rock little peninsula, pop. Bath time! They did such a good job on these guys. And she's kind of over here poking around at the edge. Oh, she's going to lay down in the grass. You know, that would be a good spot. I may be able to put down a little, like one of their little beds there. I don't have that many beds in here yet. Probably same way. Oh, and this is natural water right here. I've not colored it because it looked really good just kind of like that. So I kind of just decided to leave that. Kind of dress up these rocks just a little bit. I don't want to go overboard with it, but you know, just enough to give that water's edge a little better pop. Over here needs a little bit of a dress up. I love these desert rocks. Really, really cool. And see, you can use the same rock, but as long as you use a good stacking technique, it doesn't matter. They can all look individual and cool. And I like to leave the exposed path supports because they did a really good job on those. And then, of course, we will foliage this up a little bit with some stacked grass. This right here, this Natrea, how do they say that? Natreia retusa bush. Seems like a really, really good complement for this grass. Just kind of let it kind of float over the rock a little bit. Kind of like it's breaking through there. There we go. Make it even stand for some right here around this turn with this support. There we go. So yeah, this is kind of like their little island out here, this little peninsula we've grown up. And I think we've just, seems like a really nice little home we've kind of given them. And then of course the old Haribo trick, this little temple stone, just looks really good if you can kind of scatter it out in areas where like you'd want to keep them back, you know, like if you wouldn't want them getting up here on this angle. Or kind of, you know, if you want to keep them back from that little gully area. There we go. And then the guests, of course, are back up here to view down on them. Really good spot right here. Look right down on our big guys. What could we do? We could do some smaller little rocks, I'd say. Get rid of reed. Like some... Just have some kind of... Just popping up over here at the edge of this grass. There we go. Got that pretty well covered. I'm liking that. Pretty good look. And as you can see, they can traverse most of this. They can get down in the creek, up in their mud bath, all up in this little peninsula. So, good little viewing spots. Kind of just clean up that edge a little bit. Another trick I learned from Bold is taking this ponytail palm and just sinking it down into the ground. Gives you an awesome little pop of like little ferns almost, you know. And see how that dresses up the rock. Really, really cool. And there we go. May be able to... Could probably dress up this little... Kind of like this little cove right here, maybe. Some grasses. Some rock work. They don't come over here too much, but we'll leave it open in case they do want to kind of come over this way. So I think they can cross that. And there we go. Now that is turning out pretty cool. We've got another little outcropping right here. Then of course, if you want to stand over here in the shade, look at them from this way, you can. This makes its way under the little, kind of like under the little tunnel right there, the little cave. I figure the kids would love that. Then we got to get over here and do some fence work and some foliage work, but they can come all the way over here and round this little bridge, and they could come out here and stand as well and watch. get some good views right there if they're up on, he's laying on the side of the hill, if they're up here like on this upper platform. And then one of the main viewing areas, like if you're coming like from the splash pad, coming out this way, you can go underneath that little, kind of like our little makeshift bridge. Here's a little splash pad we're working on. Still got to remove the Gharial signage. But yeah, you can come and walk right out here on the end of this. And look right down on a rhinoceros butt. So cool little habitat. I like this. I thoroughly enjoy this more than what I did for the Gharials. So, very, very cool. And work will continue on, guys. I think what we need to do next, now that we're really getting this in shape and it's like, you know, can almost put a stamp on it, we need to go over and in our floating mountain area, also if you haven't had a chance to stop by, look, Suyana has gorillas now. So, need to kind of get over here, do some cleanup work, probably give them a little more shade, a little more dense foliage. But it is really coming along, and I think that looks a lot better than the crocodiles and stuff I had in there before. It almost was like a big aquarium. But this just makes a little more sense. So we've got the whole gorilla vibe going on over here. Just really, really cool. So a lot of little projects we got to work on. I pushed Herman's, I got to finish Herman's 4x4 ride, get that connected. I pushed his back a little bit because I think we can use this for something. We can do some better, like an exhibit over here. May have Bold even do a Jaguar exhibit over here. Still got to come in and redo the Indian elephant habitat. Definitely get them more shade. I've actually even started working on it a little bit. We've got this fencing put in, but we'll definitely get that. We'll get that looked at. So much stuff going on, guys. A lot of stuff. We've got I've added in the sable antelopes to like the entrance of the Giraffe Valley. So you've got these little guys here now. Really, really popular crossroad right here. Kind of taking you into the giraffe area, so really, really cool. And also, last thing, we actually have meerkats now. So the meerkat exhibit is not implied. We actually have meerkats, and they are neighbors, if you're orienting yourself, to the African elephants back here. So yeah, that is what we have going on. The meerkats are officially in Suyana, and they are digging up a storm. So anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and jump on out of here. Just wanted to give you a regular video Suyana update. I know sometimes it's hard to make the live streams, but I just wanted to let you know work has pressed on, and we are making some good progress with the Africa Pack and some of the new animals. So definitely stop by here and check us out when you get a chance and jump on those live streams with us. We have a pretty good time. Silver Fox and Cybrus and Savannah and all of them usually stop by and help me and chat it up with me. So fun times. But anyways, guys, I'll jump on out of here. Don't forget to smash the like button if you end up enjoying this video, and subscribe to keep up with more Planet Zoo mischief. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. See you guys.